This will be an opportunity to take a look at the workspace that's in the Adobe Premiere Elements program. These are the tools and media spaces and files and areas that you're going to be needing in order to create your media project. At the top of your screen, you're going to see many of the tools that you're already familiar with. The first area is the File area, where you're going to be able to open a project, create a new project, save your project. It'll lead you to get media for your project and also enable you to exit out from your project. The next few slides show you other tools that are available: the edit tools, clip tools, working within the timeline, saving to the disk, creating titles, rearranging your workspace, and a really helpful tool called the help tool, where you can go in and if you have a question, you can put in your question and it will lead you to an answer. This is a really important area of your workspace. This is the monitor. This is where you're going to see your photos, videos, audio files, titles come up that you'll be able to work on each of those sections individually. In the area underneath the monitor, you'll be able to see your timelines, and there are different features of the timeline that you'll need to become familiar with. The timeline section is a very important section as well. This is where you're actually going to be placing your media. If you go over to the right-hand side, you'll be able to use the up and down buttons to see the features that are in the timeline. We have the audio section where you're going to be importing music to. We have the video section where you can put your pictures and your videos. Also the narration, where after you've recorded your narration, you're going to be able to put that there, and a soundtrack if you choose to import one of the soundtrack choices from the program. There's another option to create your media piece, and that's the scene line, and it just looks a little bit differently but has the same features: an area where you're going to see your audio, video, photographs, and narration. On the right-hand side of your program, there are also many important boxes that you should take a look at. We have our place where we can organize our media, and this is the section that you're going to use when you are capturing video from your recorder, or if you are importing your photographs right from your camera. You're going to use this section to have the program recognize your cameras and upload that media into a file. In the edit section, it's really important to really become familiar with this section, because this is where you're going to be adding your files and working within your project. Right in this section, there's many great features in there, and just take a tour and look around and see which features are available to you. You can choose this section to organize your files, your audio, video, music, and title files, and you're going to open up this and it will show you that you will have a section for each of those files to be imported to. There are also some great features in here where you can check out. You can look at the different themes that are available, the special effects. There are many transitions available that you can look at. By just putting your mouse over top of any of the transition, it will give you a little preview of what your transitions will look like. And there are several different pre-done titles that you can import into your project as well. And when you've finished your project and are ready to upload it to the AYV site, this area is very important to become familiar with, is the share area, where you're going to decide how you're going to share your media. You can save it to a disk, you can upload it to a website, you can convert it to a movie file in a variety of different ways. You can upload it to your mobile phone and other different kinds of players. It's up to you how you are going to share your media. At the bottom of the screen there are also a couple of different tools that you might like to become familiar with. This one is the Select tool, and it will highlight any part of the project that you need to work on. If you have the Select tool, it will highlight your photos, videos. It will direct you to areas on your monitor. It's a really important tool to be using all throughout your project. This tool is important to use when you're working with your photographs. It'll let you set the time that your photograph will be showing in your timeline or your scene line. This stretch tool is really helpful when you're working in your timeline. It helps you see your media, and it's kind of like a magnifying glass. If you make it longer, it's going to show your media longer. If you have it shorter, it's going to compress everything. It's just allowing you to see features that are in your timeline a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, but it doesn't affect the time that your media will actually be playing when you've created your media. And again, a really important tool is your Save tool. It's really important to save your project as you are working. So again, make sure that you are saving it into a proper folder, and you can go File, Save, or Save As, and be sure to save your project several times as you're working through your project.